The UFL 2026 season is officially confirmed. Now, of course, we had heard some talks in the past during some press conferences and things like that they had already confirmed the 2026 season and beyond. We've also heard, obviously, that potentially in 2026 they're expanding, whatever the case may be. Well, we officially on Tuesday afternoon got the official word that the UFL has confirmed the 2026 season with the opening of renewal of season tickets and season tickets going on sale. Now, something big about this is the fact that no spring football league going back to the AAF, obviously none of these leagues ended up getting to a second season, minus the USFL, but even with them, you didn't have this. And the UFL last year did not renew or even talk about season tickets until mid-August of 2024. Well, we are just past week 7 heading into week 8 of the season 2 of the UFL, and we already got season ticket renewal information to renew your tickets, the full details of that, and the confirmation of a 2026 season and 2027, technically speaking, in these season ticket member benefits. Now, again, the problem I've had recently with the media of the UFL and just overall the whole negative approach to everything is, quite frankly, just the reporting that's been going on. Obviously, there was a report that went out by Mike Mitchell yesterday, and again, I truly respect his work. I respect who he is as a person. Same goes with Mark with the UFLnewshub.com, who I used to work for. But there is such a weird thing because we are now seeing another article from Mike Mitchell. The original one came before the season that this was basically the do-all, be-all season and that the UFL would go out of business if they did not have a successful season. Well, being almost 8 weeks into the season, we know there's been some hiccups with attendance, with TV ratings, not necessarily being where they were truly last year. The problem with this is the fact that these articles continue to go out that are talking about turmoil behind the scenes. There's a lot of discord around the 2026 season and beyond, and all this type of like weird negative energy that, quite frankly, I've seen it in my own comments. I've seen it on X. I've seen it on social media across the board that people are taking these articles and basically, oh my gosh, the league's going out of business. There's issues. This is the same spiel, copy and paste over and over and over that we have continued to get since 2019 with the AAF. Now, of course, yes, the AAF had some issues, but ultimately was brought down by some worthless billionaire that essentially had no right to do what he did. He put a lot of people out of jobs. And quite frankly, the AAF was, at that point, a very successful league, despite the fact they had some payment issues with the original owners. He didn't want to lose money, all this type of stuff. And then you go to the 2020 XFL, where Vince invested almost 5 years worth of money to lose money, essentially, to eventually make money. The pandemic hit, it folded, whatever the case may be. 2023 XFL season, again, did very well. When you look back on it now of the video we did yesterday, did very well, and people were like, oh, they're never making a season 2. USFL, same thing with them. They had a hub league in 2022 in Birmingham. A lot of people said they wouldn't make it season 2. They were going out of business. Season 2 happened. Season 3 was going to be canceled, and then, of course, the merger happened. The whole entire time of the merger last year, we heard that there wouldn't be another season, and we keep hearing this from media within like the UFL and stuff, not directly the UFL, but like media that covers it that are accredited by the league or may not be accredited. I don't even know at this point who is and who isn't, but regardless of the fact, I don't think that really matters at this point. It's just when we continue to take this negative approach, everybody else is going to take the negative approach. People are not going to show up to games because of the fact that, oh, this league's just going to go out of business. We've talked about this on the channel before, and quite frankly, it's beating a dead horse at this point. I don't understand the concept of covering a league and continuing to take a negative approach to everything done. People can give me slack and whatever the case may be because of the fact, oh, you're just giving a pass to this league because they do a lot wrong. No, they do a lot wrong. We've talked about it. And I think in the 2026 season ticket memberships that we're about to talk about, I think shows what they're doing to improve this. One, no one has pointed out once in season tickets going on sale and gloated about the fact that, oh my gosh, we just got season ticket renewals during the season and 3 months earlier than they've ever been. I mean, even a news article that I had picked up from Birmingham, Alabama's WBRC talked to the UFL Senior Vice President of Ticket Sales and Services, Derek Beeman, who said, our fans have been inquiring about when tickets will go on sale for the next season. So we are glad to respond by offering them season tickets at the earliest time in the league's history. And again, it's the earliest time that essentially we've ever seen in spring football. And again, season tickets not only guarantee what the UFO calls the best seats at the best prices, but it also comes with access to exclusive fan experiences throughout the regular season. Another thing nobody is talking about, and I will discuss it right here, right now. Ticket prices in Arlington went down. They went down. So last year or this season, I paid $100 and I believe it was with taxes and fees and all that. It was $105 or something to that extent for season tickets for the seat I selected. This year, it dropped down to $85. So a $20 decrease overall for season tickets in the spot. We have not seen actual seating charts or the actual pricing scheme, but from what I have been told by others that got the same email for other teams, their tickets also went down a certain amount as well. So again, they are listening to us and listening to the feedback. So let's dive into the Renegades 2026 season ticket member benefits. I think most of these are across the league, and I will tell you things that they have listened to fans about. Perks and discounts. Season ticket member commemorative item. I'm curious of what that is. I have not heard anything. I've got to check in with the Renegades because I did not hear anything from them about this year's commemorative item, but we'll see. 25% merchandise discount, game day and online. This is a huge change from what the UFL did last year and this year. They would not allow the 25% merchandise discount in person at games. That was a huge issue when it came to, you know what, I'm going to just buy this online. Probably not selling as many things in store. Granted, last year, people were buying stuff like crazy at Arlington games, lines out the door to purchase merchandise. But again, we asked for it and they delivered. Game day and online discounts. Ticket exchange programs subject to availability. Basically, if you don't go to a game, you can exchange that ticket for another one. Price savings and single game tickets, or price savings versus single game tickets. I know that for a fact because I've looked at a few single game tickets for other markets or other teams essentially that I was going to travel to, and you would still get those price savings with being a season ticket holder. Flexible renewal payment options, which is great. Partner discounts. I'm curious to see what these are. They're not new, but I don't remember them being part of this season's season ticket thing. New suite rental discount. That wouldn't affect me, but some people it may. This one is absolutely amazing. New. 4 complimentary tickets to 1 home and 1 away game each in the 2026 regular season. That is absolutely amazing that they are offering this, especially for the Texas teams. Like, hey, you know what? I'm going to go to an Arlington game. Here's 4 free tickets to my friends, family, and then we're going to go to San Antonio or Houston for another game that week or the next weekend, and I'm going to take 4 family members or friends with me to that game. Absolutely amazing. That can't get any better. Exclusive experiences. Invite to exclusive season ticket member event. Pre-game on-field experience at one regular season home game, access to special events with coaches, players, and or league, Zoom or in person. New to it, post-game on-field autograph access at one regular season home game. New, club and suite renewal only, invite to coaches dinner event, which is absolutely awesome. Priority access. So same grade seat for every game, season parking discount, exclusive season ticket member newsletter, priority access to UFL postseason tickets, priority access to purchase additional tickets at season ticket member pricing, and priority access to renew same seat location for 2027. Again, now taking season ticket renewals and offering season ticket sales does not guarantee a league is going to be around. I get that. 100% get that. But this is the first time we have technically seen these type of things happen this early on, which leads me to believe that, again, I'm not quite sure where people are getting this whole turmoil behind the scenes thing, because, again, I know a couple players. I know someone in the front office staff at the Arlington Renegades, and none of this, I have not heard any of this. Again, I've talked to people in the past who have kind of let me know of certain things that we've talked about on the show, where like MLS and the schedule and how they've had to wait with Audi Field and Lumen Field back in the XFL days. Because of MLS, that was still going to be an issue with the UFL, with DC and everything like that. So essentially, when you kind of back up and backtrack here, it gets kind of just annoying day in and day out, just hearing, oh, there's all these issues. Like, the real issue is they don't have people in these jobs for ticketing or for marketing and stuff like that they should have had way before the season. And I've been talking to a few of you in the comments about this whole scenario with marketing and what they need to do, what they need to look at. And quite frankly, it gets kind of old hearing this type of stuff, because when you continue to be negative and fans come on to Reddit, to X, to YouTube, whatever the case may be, and they start believing everything else everyone's saying about like this negative approach, they start taking that and they're like, oh, I'm not going to be part of this league. Who cares? They're just going to go out of business like every other spring football league. And why should I invest my time and money into it? Instead of taking somewhat of a positive approach to this and hyping up the league. It is the league's job to essentially sell the product and get everything going. But the thing is, if you look back at the AAF, you look back at the XFL in 2020, the big thing they had, and I've talked about it on this channel as well, is there's a lot more content creators. There's a lot more media involved with it. There's more people covering the leagues. There's more people giving their opinion. Where compared to now, it is a very small handful of people, and a majority of them are in a very negative approach to something that they are covering. And I don't know if they make a life living off these leagues or whatever the case may be. I don't. But again, it's one of these things that, why would you bite the hand that feeds you? And I know some people can just move on to covering other things. That's perfectly fine. But at the same factor and token, I don't understand why we as a society push to be this way when we could have a positive approach. The games are absolutely amazing. Yes, it took a while, but we've talked about that. Short training camp equaled more time on the field to build that connection with players. There's been injuries throughout teams. And essentially, when you get to week 4 or 5 and beyond, the games start getting really entertaining and good. And instead of like, oh, these are amazing, you see people promoting, oh, well, no one's watching these games, so they just missed a great game, but who cares? Because no one saw it. And it's like, why do we continue doing this? It's stupid. So let me know in the comments what you think. I am so ready. I've already renewed my tickets. I know the most areas of the league, I think all 8 teams were doing an exclusive. If you were renewed in May, you were going to get a virtual sit-down session with Russ Brandon and Daryl Johnston here soon about the league, and then potential for free parking for the first opening game for 2026, which is absolutely amazing. Check out all that, and then we'll see you back here on the flip side tomorrow for Week 8's pick'ems and previews. Have a great one, everyone.